I wanted to go through the essential daily supplements and why do we need to take supplements now? It is not an option anymore because we've got depleted soils. They do not have the nutrition that they used to have. In fact, you would have to eat 50, that's 50 peaches to equal one peach from the 1950s. Our parents did not deal with what we're dealing with. We all have nutritional deficiencies. We might be on a vegan diet, a vegetarian diet, even a carnivore diet. If you are on some sort of restricted diet, you're missing some minerals and some nutrition. And we have insulin resistance. We've got leaky gut. Most people, if you aren't doing anything about your leaky gut or your insulin resistance, there is a chance that you've got both of those. And both of those will inhibit your absorption of the nutrients you are taking in. So there are so many reasons that we need to start healing our gut, lowering our insulin resistance, and feeding our body the proper nutrients, not just through that wild animal protein I talk about, but also through supplements. So what are my top supplements? Number one is the ACCELERADINE iodine, and I have it right here. It is right in my office so that I can take it 3 times a day, 25 drops, 3 times a day on an empty stomach. Did you know that 96% of the United States is deficient in iodine? That's the #1 predictor of low IQ, depression, anxiety, mood disorders, and it helps with brain fog. It also helps with hypothyroidism. And after the pandemic, my guess is that over 80% of you have suboptimal thyroid or Hashimoto's or hypothyroidism. And it is not in our diets. It was once put in iodized salt, but it's now not in there. And that iodized salt is full of microplastics. ACCELERADINE iodine is the only iodine that is monoatomic, meaning one molecule of iodine. Let's go back to chemistry class. That means it needs to attach to our cells quickly instead of having a diatomic iodine supplement where your body's got to break that apart to actually use it. Iodine is necessary for hypothyroidism, Hashimoto's, improving the metabolism, fat oxidation in the body. It helps support apoptosis, which is the destruction of diseased and unhealthy cells in the body. It increases ATP. ATP is your true cellular energy. That is not the energy you get from a Monster drink or your coffee. It is that cellular energy that we're all needing. And it produces 36 ATP through the Krebs cycle compared to only 2 ATP when the body's low in iodine. Helps prevent PCOS, fibrocystic breast disease, hormonal imbalances, estrogen dominance in both men and women, helps with blood sugar, insulin resistance, helps improve protein synthesis. It also devitalizes bacteria, viruses, mold, fungus. It was used in this 1918 Spanish flu pandemic. It reduces inflammation, helps regulate estrogen in the body, helps hydrate the cells. It helps with heart disease, and it also protects against radiation. So ACCELERADINE iodine is the only iodine enhanced with scalar frequencies to detox all 100 trillion cells of radiation and those heavy metals that we are being bombarded with. Now, remember, the 2 things that are killing us quickly, that is the insulin resistance and the toxicity. So ACCELERADINE iodine helps with insulin resistance, and it also is kicking out all of those toxins we are taking in. That's #1. #2 is the accelerated ancient salt. Now, salt, you think, well, I have to be on a low salt diet. That is the microplastic filled, sodium rich table salt. That is not the accelerated ancient salt. This is full of 62 minerals. And what it's doing is it's helping with the intracellular hydration. It includes all of the trace minerals needed by the body, like potassium and magnesium, and the sodium. And it also is optimizing cellular function. It's lowering blood sugar, and it helps with heart disease. Yes, the accelerated ancient salt helps with heart disease. And you're thinking salt is going to make heart disease worse. That's a different salt. That is the salt in the highly processed foods that everybody's eating. Most people are eating about 67% of their diet is processed foods, and that's what we need to get away from. It is enhanced with scalar frequencies to kick out the radiation and the heavy metals. It works with the ACCELERADINE iodine to hydrate the cells, kick out the toxins, and get rid of any detox flu symptoms that you might be feeling. Well, over the last 3 years, we have had more processed foods and the spike protein, two factors that independently deplete the body of copper. So that's why number 3 is the accelerated scalar copper. You only need this once a day, but everyone is so low in copper, and it's known to be a natural antibiotic, but it is needed for so many functions in the body, for your hair, your skin, your eyes, your bones, your collagen, and it also helps lower uric acid, which is related to insulin resistance, which is causing most of our chronic disease. So it's going to help with your insulin resistance, your uric acid. It also improves fat loss. It is really important for our children. It optimizes fetal growth and development, helps with the hair and pigmentation of the eyes, brain function, energy levels. It is not that you're low in iron that you're anemic. It's actually low in copper. Copper is the key to open the door to let the iron that's already in your body get to where it needs to go. It improves immunity, and it helps cardiovascular health, helps with cholesterol levels, triglycerides, thyroid health, and of course our skin. We want to make sure we look good, right? And it's really hard to get copper in proper foods unless you're eating liver. And even me, I'm not eating liver every day. So next is the accelerated thyroid. And why most of you need this is because most of you are hypothyroid. From leaky gut and from the radiation and the toxins that are hitting our thyroid, we are all suffering from unexplained weight gain and brain fog, water retention. All of these things, the processed ingredients in the food, they're causing slow thyroid. What other symptoms you're looking for? Hair loss, low libido, depression, brain fog, constipation, hormonal imbalances. Well, the accelerated thyroid uses Conchinar Google, which is an ancient Ayurvedic herbal I've been taking for years, known to help with hypothyroidism, obesity, thyroid cysts and nodules, lymphatic drainage, so much more. And then we add in the thyroid glandular and cutting-edge nutraceuticals that provides all the necessary amino acids and natural substances to support your thyroid. And then we layer in the scalar frequencies to help with restoring healthy thyroid function and detoxing the thyroid of the toxins, heavy metals, and radiation. Accelerated thyroid is used by most people very successfully, even if you're on a thyroid medication, which may not be working. So it is really important to be addressing your thyroid with the ACCELERADINE iodine and the accelerated thyroid, because your thyroid is your master endocrine gland and controls everything, your adrenals, your ovaries, your hormones, and your brain. Next would be magnesium. I love the magnesium breakthrough. Magnesium is needed for over 600 biochemical reactions in the body. And even though it's so important in the body, most of us, even me, are walking around deficient of magnesium. Now, like I mentioned, most of you are suffering from insulin resistance and toxicity, and it's not your fault. It's due to the food supply of most processed foods that's causing this issue. Where we get control of it is through the accelerated keto. This is going to help reverse both of those things, help with fatty liver disease. Most people are actually getting non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which is the fastest rising disease in the country at the moment. And what the accelerated keto does is it puts you into state of ketosis. You burn your own body fat for fuel, especially the liver fat. So you're cleansing your liver on a daily basis. And if you've heard me before, you know you gotta love your liver and take care of it, because it's getting hit by the radiation, the toxins in our food, the GMOs, the spike protein, 5G, all of these things are hitting the liver, and the liver is saying, I give up. Well, the accelerated keto is going to start cleansing it on a daily basis, and it increases ATP cellular energy by 5 to 10 times, so you are going to actually feel more energy physically and mentally. It's also going to help suppress the appetite for those sugar and the carbs and the processed foods. Next is the accelerated silver. This is the supplement that started the company. My son had leukemia at the age of 9, and I put him on that, changed his diet, and within a year, he had no cancer cells in his body, and he felt great, and he turned back into that normal, functioning, active 10-year-old boy who now is in college thriving. So the accelerated colloidal silver devitalizes foreign pathogens, viruses, bacteria, parasites, candida. It's not only helping to vitalize them in the short term, but preventing future pathogens. It's great to have in your first aid kit for all ages, for everyone in your house. Put it in the ear for ear infections, spray it in the eye for eye infections, on the skin for that teenage acne, or just take it orally every single day to prevent getting any of the bugs that are roaming around at the time. Lastly, I just want to touch on something that you should think about doing at least 4 times a year, and that is the liver flush cleanse. Because nothing that we take in, that nutrient-dense food that I talk about eating, is going to be metabolized and absorbed unless your liver is clean. And so the accelerated liver flush cleanse will help cleanse the liver so that your liver can start doing the job that it needs to do. Those are the basics. Now, if you've got a leaky gut and you have digestive issues, you might want to look into the leaky gut bundle. If you've got saggy skin and you have bones that are hurting and you've got a little pain in your knee, then you might want to look into the liquid biocell collagen. There's lots of things that you can do, but the ones I talked about are the most important to get your body right. Remember, we want to heal the leaky gut, we want to fix our thyroid, and we want to lower our insulin resistance and get rid of the toxins. You don't have to starve. You don't have to do a juice cleanse. You need to start incorporating intermittent fasting a little bit with the help of the accelerated keto. Prioritize the wild animal protein, eliminate the vegetables that may be poisonous to your body, and you are going to feel so much better. If you have any questions, always reach out to me via the website, SaraBantaHealth.com, and join the free group coaching on Telegram.